So, like I said, 5:39 a.m. and I guess the punchline is when I rolled up last night, Second Bridge, there was some kids chilling, drinking some beers and shit. And when I first pulled up, it said something along the lines of, yeah, dude, it's creepy out here. And I'm like, what are you talking about creepy? And they're like, yeah, there was some chick that just came by looking for her daughter. Apparently her daughter's all fucked up on acid and on some spiritual journey. And I'm like, well, that's kind of strange. But that was about the extent of it. And I hung out with her for 15-20 minutes. And then I came up to my camp and parked and fired up a movie and watched for a half an hour, ate a bowl of cereal and went to sleep. And at 5:37 this morning, I'm awoken by the popo rolling up on me asking about, how long have I been here, this, and this. And I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? The cop was about as cool as could be, and as I was trying to wake up enough to explain to him about the kids and what time I got here and stuff, he had said to me that he's looking for, a girl that was up here and her mom's been out looking for her. So, long story short, as I'm talking to the popo, a couple of search and rescue guys showed up, and dude, they were walking, one on one side of the road, one on the other side of the road, and we're looking in the ditches and shit. So apparently there's a missing girl up here that, imagine that, I roll right into the middle of that. But so just getting waking up, but it's 5:41 in the AM. I know, forgive me for all the I got up here about 11:30 last night, 11:45, and like I said, had a bite, kind of surveyed the fact that here I am again, and the fact that the first time I came up here, man, I was at the end of my rope. I wasn't even at the end of my rope. I was swinging, and the bottom line to the first trip was, do you want to live or die? And that didn't mean that were you going to come out here and if you decided you didn't want to, hang yourself from a tree. No, that just meant, is there still enough of this life left, and have you done so much that you can't overcome that and come back to proverbial reality? Because I'd walked away extremely far, and the first trip 3 years ago, obviously my answer was yes. Obviously I had decided that I want to continue playing the game of life, and A, B, and C can't be done anymore, and D, E, and F needs to start being done. And I've spent the last 2.5, 3 years dealing with the prospect that just because you know that you want to live doesn't mean you know how. So the trip last year got all sideways with the dog and little Chansey, the super dog, and the bottom line is we left a couple things out of the first trip. The two things that were my sole motivators to come out here and that were the straws that broke the camel's back in my life were two things that I had done in my past that I wasn't ready to deal with and I wasn't ready to face. I obviously knew that I needed to face them because I got to the point where I was either trying to make the decision to face them or not face them and put a fucking bullet in my head. And I decided that that's not what I wanted to do, but yet I didn't have the strength to come out of the proverbial closet with this subject and clear the air and cleanse the soul to where I can move on with my life. And the trip with the dog last year, the raft trip, that was the whole intent of that, was to literally roll up on the side of the riverbank and set the camera out like this and get a couple things off my chest. And right now, I'm sorry, but I'm not ready to do that, and I'm not in the frame of mind because I just woke up. I'm not in the frame of mind to do that, but not ultimately, that is 100% what this trip is about. So, got my big water here. So, that was the whole purpose of the trip last year with the dog, is to more or less cleanse my soul of these couple of things, add them to the long list of things in the what not to do category, and move the hell on. And when the dog died, it literally broke my heart and tanked that trip to the point where I never got a chance to do that. So I've literally been sitting around in limbo last year. And obviously I've cleared these couple of subjects up with the people that they affected and the people that it's hurt. But I started this trip not to film a documentary, not to, be anything, or to, I never even intended this video to end up anywhere, but I took a camera with me for the purpose of recording my thoughts and feelings, and at the end of the day I'd move them over into my laptop and I would think about the things that I had said or done previously in the day, and I'd figure out where I was lying to myself and what I needed to do different. And so this whole documentary thing just kind of evolved, and when the trip got tanked last year, I literally waited one more year so I could come out here, do what I needed to do to get out here, and ultimately end up out here getting it off my chest, cleansing my soul, going back to a couple of books and doing a rewrite to make sure that these subjects were in there where they belonged. And if the true intention is to teach people how to learn from my mistakes so they don't have to make them on their own, I needed to get them off my chest. I needed to deal with these mistakes. So you're going to see an experience from here on out. Things have changed. I've proven to myself the system works. I've proven to myself that you get out of life what you put in, and you are not measured by who you were and what you've done and what you've been through, but you're measured by what you've done as a result of that, and you're measured by how you respond and react and rebound from those things in life. And I've learned that you get out what you put in, and what I've been putting into my life for the last 3 years, since the first trip 3 years ago, broke homeless and hungry, the summer of 2010. My thoughts and feelings actually line up with what it is that I want to accomplish and what it is that I've learned. And I no longer do the things that I used to do. I've literally retrained myself, my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, my reactions, and my behaviors, which is exactly what I set out to do 3 years ago. I set out 3 years ago to try to strip it all away and raise myself as though I was the parent, and assist the process of actively participating in my own happiness. And it's worked. I've accomplished what it is that I set out to accomplish. And now that I did the journey in 2010 for myself, because it was right for me to do, and it's the place in life where I was at, and coming to the woods was just something that was in my wheelhouse because of where I was raised and how I was raised. Literally in 3 years' time, I've deprogrammed and reprogrammed myself because I got to the breaking point, because I was ready, because for the first time in my life, I had finally looked in the mirror and said, no, dude, you're done. You can't live this way. You can't continue to do it. And that was the question, was, have I done so much harm and so much good to myself and the people around me, and did I get away too far that 3 short years, I've proven to myself because of the original choices and the process and the depth that I went, and the honesty and the openness. I've proven to myself that people can heal. People can actually change. People can actually go from being not so productive members of society and or complete walking zombies of pain, and they can go out and they can cleanse and they can start over and they can atone for their sins and they can face their fears and their demons, and you can actually come out the other side. I ate something last night that gave me heartburn. I haven't had heartburn in a long time. Excuse me. But so the punchline is it's 5:50 in the morning, and Popo rolled up. They're not only searching for a girl, but they're searching for a girl in the ditches, and that's pretty sad and that's pretty scary. So far it's just been the cop and the 2 searchers, but like I said, man, they were rolling up the street looking for a girl in a ditch, and fuck. I mean, obviously a dude who's spent an enormous amount of time in these woods. Some young 19-year-old girl, I guess is what she said. Some young 19-year-old girl out here roaming, tripping on acid, I guess is the story that I got from the kids last night. That's what the mother had said, or somebody had said in the silver minivan. There's a woman out here potentially lost and scared and tripping, and I've done my fair share of acid 20 years ago, and I know what that could add up to, and this girl could be in a very, bad place. So obviously I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled, and I'm sure the cops made a comment, something along the lines of, "Well, you'll be seeing me. We'll be up here." So apparently there's a pretty big search crew going on right now, and unfortunately my options are limited in being able to assist that. So I'm gonna organize some things in the van and get situated after my first night. I feel like $1 trillion. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it, and I know that once again me being here is for the absolute right reason. So I'm gonna leave the camera running for a few, but I'm gonna kind of get things organized and tidied up. From the sounds of it, I plopped myself once again first person right in the middle of a fucking search and rescue mission for a young girl. So in my world they call it the Dave factor. The shit that happens to me every other week typically only happens to people once or twice in a lifetime. And but when you live the life I do and you put yourself out here in this environment and you do the things that I do, I guess it's inevitable that you're going to run into things that most people wouldn't. So I'm going to go ahead and move some shit around. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, it's chilly. But if you can't tell, I'll chop my head off. If you can't tell, the birds are chirping, the sun is going to be shining today. We'll show you. That's good morning blue sky. Actually, I guess good morning blue sky is over here because the sun's going to roll up from over there. So we're going to shut her down, and we're going to keep our eyes peeled for a young girl. All right. Love you, miss you, bye.